Good morning. What's up, 2500? Real quick, that's what I need in my life this morning. What's up, chat? Oh, they're trying to get me. There's 2500. Here they come. You spin there. $500. That's 3,000. Good morning, Isaiah. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Almost in the 80s. Uh, Me too. Oh, donuts. Your Papa, yeah, Papa got donuts. What kind? What's the flavor of them donuts? Game that broke down or something? Got two chocolate chips sprinkled donuts with a chocolate milk. Let me delete these videos. Good morning, KB. Thanks, Isaiah. Appreciate y'all. Good morning, everybody. Got a lot of office work to do. What you working out on today, KB? Got work today. Oh, no workout today? On the weekend? At your papa's house. Back biceps and squats. Good morning, everybody. 6:42. Go to my chat, please. You and your 15-year-old brother are taking care of your 76 and 74-year-old papa. Thanks for taking care of your papa. Good morning, everyone. Everyone, good morning. Cool. What flavor are the donuts? Let me know when you get them, when you come back. Oh, they put them in the microwave to keep them warm. Love plain donuts. 1 chocolate milk, 2 chocolate sprinkle. I got a lot of work to do this morning. Everybody left, huh? Me up out of here too. Go see who at the see who's in the lobby. What's up, Horizon? How you doing? Pause, Horizon. Shaq. Where's Shaq at? He's in the Lakers jersey. Oh, over there. Oh. Good morning, Shaq. Good morning. What's the flavor on the donuts? Good morning, everybody. Chocolate sprinkle. Oh, chocolate sprinkle. I don't know. He left? Mm. I got left. It's kind of slow this morning. Y'all might be playing some Pro Ball. They're real yummy. Oh, chocolate sprinkles. Chocolate with candy sprinkles, different color sprinkles. Yeah, I'm going back over here, see anybody in here, KB. I'm just sitting here and talk to you this morning while I delete these videos. Is that the P? If it is, the camera's nice. Yeah, that's a PS5 camera. Tough getting here, man. Tough getting here. Tough. We're gonna try. I don't recognize nonsense. Congratulations. 240. Why that one ain't got the all the way to the end, but I know. Morning, chat. One donut. He said one donut. One donut. Thank you, Isaiah. Good morning. We had the chat line went all the way up already, and yes, it did. Yeah, I can't even imagine the nonsense, man. I can't imagine the nonsense. Who's winning today? Let me see. No Mercury game today. I got some other sports news. Last Friday, I couldn't go to school because 3 students were trying to kill a girl with a knife. Whoa, what school is that, man? What kind of not mess is that? What school is that? Middle school. Whoa, middle school? What state was this? Yeah, it's kind of a lot of stuff going nowadays, man. Damn, Isaiah, all that in middle school? 30? Yeah, she doesn't. Your mother sure doesn't. Be safe, man. Be careful. Be safe. Morning, Zidane. God is protecting us from the most harmful stuff nowadays. He tries. 2000. I gotta keep these videos. 2011. 2011. Ooh, actions. Game time or what, fellas? You happy that this year in 2K25 you don't have to do quests to join Rise Elite? Yeah, I like that too. You don't have to do too much to be in the group. Yeah, I appreciate 2K for that. Get me going this year faster than other years. Thanks 2K. Now we just need an opponent. All right, I'm gonna eat my other donut. No badge regression. Yeah, no badge regression either. 2K really helped out this year. Wow, we still waiting for an opponent? Damn. It's taking 3 years for a game to start. I don't know. I'm about to get out this game, y'all. I thought it would start by now. 6:30. I'm going to play some Pro Bowl, y'all. Oh, no, I'm going to try this other part down the street. Try some starting 5. It's 6:30 already. This haircut and shave day, y'all. I got to get off at 7. Sorry. Anybody in here? We're gonna be playing some Pro Ball today, y'all. Thanks, Isaiah. I don't like the theater, Horizon. I don't like the theater. I like either Rec, Starting 5, or Pro Ball. Anybody Starting 5 either. Oh, you drinking chocolate milk. Starting 5 is you take your your player and play on the NBA team, any NBA team you want. We in here now.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Boston Celtics facing the Golden State Warriors. Pass to Davidson. Back to Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
They don't have the personnel
the
like.
Green, it's about testing the defense, finding their weak spots.
Both free throws good from Green. And Boston has possession. Allen for 3. Here's Porzingis from the arc. And it's MP with a 3.
And being able to spot up for that jump shot is really a skill MP has improved.
Back to Green.
I'm lagging, y'all. Already.
Here's Davidson. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Curry for 2. And it's MP with the rebound. Outside Tatum. No good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. Allen, that's good.
Oh, power move by MP. Could have been an and one there.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Outside Curry. Here's Davidson. Here's the screen. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Count that one.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Dime? Did he say dime?
MP right side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And MP still gets the shot in the air. Other young guys might have folded under that foul, but he's able to get to the line.
And the second free throw, good. Outside, Green. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside, Green. Here's Davidson.
Come on, man.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Excellent D there from Allen. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target. MP's got 9 points.
You see the foundation of a real long-range threat. Now MP just has to keep developing those skills.
Green, the screen. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Tatum. Allen for the three.
Uh-oh, y'all. Uh-oh, chat.
From deep.
We talk about MP's confidence a lot. There he showed it, pulling up off the... dribble and nailing the shot.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Warriors trail by 8. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. .156 left in the first. To the paint. Here's Green.
And you want more of this from Tatum. Able to make an impact on defense with this kind of activity.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, it's the Warriors missing. A three from MP. And the Celtics another three.
This gives you an idea of MP's potential. It shows the type of scorer he can become.
Pass to Davidson. To the inside. Porzingis with the steal. And MP throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
On the wing, Wiggins. Here's Davidson. That ball.
Come on, man.
That time from Wiggins.
Now, passing isn't the strongest part of Wiggins' game, but he is far from a selfish scorer.
Allen outside. The kick out to Tatum. Back to MP. Just 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. It's a 13-point game. The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. And MP throws it down.
I've got to tell you, the athleticism of MP is really showing off right now.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by MP. And so it's MP making things happen for the Boston Celtics. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. And don't go away. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
What a move, MP.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Wiggins outside. Back to Curry. Pass to Davidson. 5 on the clock.
And Porzingis demonstrating there why he's an effective two-way player, positioning himself well there to just bother the shooter.
MP deciding where to go with it. A 3-ball. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 15. Porzingis with the steal. On the wing, MP. 23 points in the game.
I like how MP picks his spot on offense. Terrific decision there by him.
Pass to Davidson. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Back to Green. 3-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got 5.
Must have been too good to pass up because Green is kind of picky.
What's up, Isaiah?
Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. Allen for 3. A shot's good. Brown making the play. MP's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Celtics.
No, I'm going to work out in a minute. Get ready for work. This haircut and shave
And a
day.
little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Allen. Drops in the layup for 2. Allen's got 31.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
Outside Curry. Here's Davidson. Wiggins from outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Allen, that's good.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Wiggins surveying the floor. Down low. A nice shot by Davidson. He has 6.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Here's Davidson.
Come on, man.
And taken away by Brown.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
Here's Jackson Davis. Missed inside. Celtics leading by 20. It's Allen on the wing. 46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to White. To the middle. Brown. Kicks it out to Allen. 3 on the clock. Top of the key jumper, no good. Curry outside. And Boston with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
This is what total commitment gets you. MP endures and is well rewarded for it.
The Celtics have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. There's 21 seconds left here in the second.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Back to Curry. Fires top of the key. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
What's green out there?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway.
That Curry shot.
Celtics leading by 21. Allen inside the three-point line. And he nails the jumper. MP's got 41.
Well, he scored over half their points so far. Just an unbelievable effort.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Golden State moving it around. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
What's up, chat?
Second free throw, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Allen's shot is off. Here's Jackson Davis. Rebounded by Tatum. And here's Boston. Inside. Here's Porzingis. The basket good off the assist from
What's up,
Allen.
Isaiah? Good morning.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
And stolen by MP. Pass to Tatum. And here is MP. Good on the triple. Allen's got 44.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Outside Curry. Wiggins with it. Back to Curry. Jackson Davis with it. To the paint. Here's Davidson. And the rejection by MP. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Cool. Good for you.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. 2 on the clock. And it's Davidson missing. Allen outside. Here's White. Pass to Brown. From the corner. And again, it's Boston converting.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And here's MP for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
117 subs.
And
That's
this
cool.
is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The kick out to Tatum. Allen outside. To the middle. Brown with the bucket.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Green. Now Curry. Light covering. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. And this format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Here's MP, and he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 49 points in the game.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Oh, he didn't fall down there and take him out.
He makes
Oh,
one of
he's
two
done
that
with
time.
this.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run here.
Yeah, he done with this nonsense right here.
40 seconds left to play here in the third. And then Brown with the dunk.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Green bounce pass to the inside. Kicks it out to Wiggins. The tray. Green, no luck. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. It's Allen on the wing. And he gets it to go. Allen's got 51.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Celtics just dominating this one. And do not go away. And there have been 2 teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You can't let Wiggins get comfortable from those corner spots because he will burn you all night long.
MP outside. Baseline try. And it's Boston with another.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Love the energy that MP plays with. His young legs let him get to the open floor and finish it.
Davidson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. MP outside. Green with the rebound. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Buries the long-range jumper.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Bounce pass from Tatum. MP outside. Six on the shot clock. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Davidson. Down low. Here's Jackson Davis. Here's Davidson. Shoots it. And it's Golden State with another.
What's up, Chad?
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
And so it's Boston with it. Here's Tatum. Guarded by Green. Allen with it. The shake. And MP throws it down.
Guys really learn this coming up. MP creating space off the dribble.
Outside Curry. Pass to Davidson. Back to Curry. Over in the corner, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Yeah, Green knows he has to act fast, so he wastes no time finding the shot.
The three from MP. Drills it from outside. MP's got 58.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
There's Brown with the three. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. They double-team Curry. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Ooh, that's a nice take from Wiggins. You could see his eyes light up when he got that positioning.
MP left side. It's White on the wing. Screen by Porzingis. Shoots the three. Allen. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Allen's got 60.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Curry with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
And here is MP. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. Allen's shot is off. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
Now Allen on the wing. Brown looking for Allen and gets it there. Here's Porzingis. Misses from short range. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
That's the end of that chat. Sorry. That was some nonsense. There's some pro ball. Let's go to practice. I told you what I gotta do. Let's go to practice. Go to practice. I'm not playing that one. They fouled out. We scored a 7 or something. Oh, shit. What's up, chat?
Stay focused on your workout.
What's up, Anthony? What's trash? Add me on PlayStation. What's a bum? Add me on PlayStation. I don't got 500. I'm at practice. Hey, we shot that hard as hell. Non-floater. Non-floater again, man. No. Let me see if I put some juice on it. Come on, man. What's the fuck? That ain't no floater.
Let's do this.
Man, I can't even watch this.
Oh, nah, that ain't even working on no float.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
I'm not gonna shoot no float. Let's see what shots you want.
keep it going. Now we're rolling. Let's go.
Oh.
Yes. Easy work.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Just like that.
Where's the foul, ref? Yeah, let's go. Keep doing this.
You got it. Come on.
Yes. Your confidence is gone now.
What's up, KB? Good morning.
What's good, everybody? This is
You can explode out of it at any time or chain into other moves. This year in 2K25, if you hold the right stick up, you have these signature go-to shots, which basically are the same thing like a breakdown dribble, but then it'll directly chain into like a step-back jumper or a quick pull-up. And they're the kind of shots, like you're saying, in the bag. They're the kind of shots you saw, all playoffs long with like Ant. Tatum is a huge like off dribble, create a shot kind of guy. And so it's just another weapon you can use to score on people.
With the signature go-to shots, is that a different timing than a regular jump shot per player?
They do actually have larger shot windows, the go-to shots, because they're a little bit longer. Sometimes it's like we try to make it a little more forgiving on shot timing. But yeah, you do have to learn a new.
And you're not locked into these, right? You can chain out of them whenever you want?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can break out whenever you want. So you hold down the stick. If some defender crowds you and you want to blow by them, you can just break out of it by moving the left stick and driving out of it. You can chain out of it with other dribble moves. And there's some really cool animations in there, all from Pro Play, that people are going to discover. They're going to be able to just create some really cool sequences and new ways to attack people. So I'm excited to see what our fans end up doing with go-to shots.
What was the inspiration for these shots? Was it more of the evolution of Pro Play? Like, how did you guys approach a new mechanic for scores?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. So with the biggest difference now between how we used to make the game and how we make it now is we have Pro Play. And so every day we get these giant batches of animations from the league. Just like all these, just moves and shots and things that we've never really had in the game before. And so what we were finding was that there's all these awesome like shot types that didn't really fit into our categories that we had. So we thought, man, let's just make this new category, go-to shots, and then we're going to put exactly what Tatum likes to do, exactly what Ant likes to do, exactly like Jokic even has one. Every player has like these kind of pet moves that they do to score, and so that was just our way of making it accessible for everyone, an easy way to do it, and it's a fun way to play too.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for joining us once again on 2K TV.
Oh, sure. I love being here. Thanks so much for having me.
Honestly, the gameplay felt great. A lot of the moves, the fluidity of all the moves and the new moves they put in the game, I felt more explosive. Just the game in general felt a lot more polished than 24. And I thought 24 was a good game, but this game definitely feeling a lot better.
WNBA was really fun. I played Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, Fever versus the Sky. So that was definitely a new experience for me and something I want to continue to do throughout the year. And playing in the rec with these folks, it's always a good time.
I think dribbling for a long time has felt kind of watered down. In this game, you can just, your mind can go crazy. You can cancel out a lot of different things. The new go-to shots and the shot canceling is very, very good. So I think they're going to be super excited with the combos they're able to create.
My initial impressions are very excited. I'm looking forward to seeing how a lot of these builds, a lot of these attributes, new gameplay features actually are, especially in Park, because when you have Play Park. So it's going to be really fun to see all of this in execution.
I like the high risk, high reward, obviously, but at the end of the day, I feel like the community is probably going to gravitate more to like the normal release because it seems like it's more forgiving. So I think for most of the community, they'll probably love that. And I think at the end of the day, everybody's going to be able to appreciate the different type of shot selections you can get out of that.
Now we're joined by the principal producer on NBA 2K25's My Team mode, John Smith. John, how you doing?
Hey, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Alexis. Good to be back. Let's talk about My Team.
For fans that are new to the game this year, my personal favorite. Let's start with that.
Triple Threat Park is the first time that you're playing with NBA players in a park setting. It is a beautiful recreation of the 2K16 Rivet City My Park Championship rooftop court. This place is beautiful with the glass walkways. My favorite, the chain nets are back. Rivet City's court is looking gorgeous in NBA 2K25.
And everything's remastered?
Everything is remastered. We got some extra little features built in there too, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. All right, so for players that are going to come into this mode and start here and start their My Team journey, what's that experience look like?
We're located right in the city. You walk right into the building, and you will be presented with your starter kit. Now, you can choose to have the same starter kit as your My Career team. You can pick any NBA team you want. It's going to give you the uniforms, the logos, the general parts of that team.
So in the starter kit, do I get to choose any of the players?
You do. First, you'll choose 2 All-Stars out of 5 from the current NBA. Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic. After that, you'll pick one of the greatest of all time. Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, Julius Erving, Kevin Garnett, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So after you select your players, what happens next?
Triple Threat Park has 2 game modes. You can control all the players on your team, or, just like Parks, you control 1.
Love that.
So first, you're going to need to choose who your top priority, your first player. Who do you always want to play as? Then you choose your second and your third players. Now, if you and I get on the court at the same time, we both picked Michael Jordan, obviously. It'll go off of who has the highest My Team rep.
You mentioned team control and player lock. What do you play for in Triple Threat Park?
Every day, there's a reward for getting 1 win, rewards for getting a 3-win streak, and rewards for getting a 5-win streak. And on top of that, Triple Threat Park is fully supported by our challenge system. So there's always some player or something to do, something that you can earn in every game that you're playing in Triple Threat Park.
All right, so I've hopped in, played a couple games. What do I do if I want to change things up in terms of the lineup or managing that?
You can bring up your phone that everyone knows how to use from the city, and you can edit your lineup right from there. You can also go to the nav menu, make adjustments there. Another fun thing with the phone, though, you can watch 2K TV while you're in Triple Threat Park, while you're waiting for a game. We fully support that part.
And speaking of the competition, players will be competing in Triple Threat Park daily, so what else can you share about the competitive level of Triple Threat Park?
Those 5 win streaks I talked about before. If you do that multiple times in a week, we'll let you in to the king of the court competitions every weekend. That's where up to 1 million VC is on the line for the best of the best. And it is where the best compete, it's where the elite rewards are that can improve your team as you're playing in Triple Threat Park or any of the different modes.
And this is every single week?
Every single week.
And in Triple Threat Park, I've seen the big billboard. That is awesome. Tell me more about that.
I love the billboard. It's got the showcase spot right underneath it. You take control of the billboard and you can open up a pack and everyone in the park can see what you're doing and what you get. And when you pull a good card, fireworks. It is an amazing experience. I love how it came out. The firework tech that we have just makes things so much fun.
Out there flexing on them, right?
Gotta be flexing on them.
Yeah, and I'll see you on Team 2K TV. We might have to hit up Triple Threat Park this year.
Hey, maybe we'll get some wins.
We will get some wins.
Trying out different animations with Jalen Brunson was something that I'll remember from today. And I think the Knicks are going to be a problem this year, both in real life and in play now.
The thing I think the community is going to be most excited about in 2K25 is definitely all the new dribbling. There's so much that goes into it, a whole new dribbling engine that makes it a lot more complicated. You can actually do a lot more combinations, and it's become a lot more skilled. If you have the skill to figure out the next level of it, there's an entirely new level to it. So I think the community is going to really love that.
As soon as I get 2K25, I'm definitely going to be heading straight into the builder. That's my thing personally. I love the builder, so I'll be spending hours upon hours in there. I probably won't even make my build on day one. So yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the builder, a lot of time hopefully in the rec with some of my friends and just having a good time. Looking forward to it.
Season 11 of NBA 2K TV will be better than ever, and in 2K25, there are 3 ways to watch.
If you're playing My Career, walk into the locker room and press the rebound button when you're standing on the TV on the left side of the room.
When you're playing in the city, step onto a Got Next sign and pop up 2K TV before your game by pressing that same rebound button. When your game is starting, the episode will close automatically.
And there's always the tried and true, find us on the right side of the main menu. Click on the window to see what's new in the latest 2K TV episode, catch up on everything you've missed, and earn VC with 2K TV Interactive.
It's going to be a great year on 2K TV. Thanks for watching. It's the 11th season of NBA 2K TV, if you can believe it, and that means we are on season 11 of featuring your top plays.
That's right, they are back. If you're new to the show, this is where you submit your top plays. We put them up for the vote, and the community decides which play is the best.
And then the winning play gets VC.
Not too bad of a deal. So while you're out there, send us your best over social with your gamer tag and using the hashtag 2KTVWow.
And get out there and play some NBA 2K25. We're looking forward to an awesome season. And remember, we're back with a brand new episode every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time.
Until then, I'll see you out there and enjoy the game.
Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
It's been a very fun and, dare I say, sleepless week since we launched. I'm really enjoying the community out there in the city and watching everybody come together to hoop.
It's nice that you took a shower for us. And to celebrate the launch of NBA 2K25, a few community members gathered for a preview of the game and a party at the pinnacle of basketball history, the Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And our team member Brian was there, so take a look.
First try.
It's a beautiful day. We're in a Hall of Fame, standing in the Hall of Fame. A lot of back-catch splash going on as well.
We got Hollywood back at Community Day. How's it going, man?
Good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Played some basketball, played some of the game. We're at the Hall of Fame. Like this is probably one of the coolest experiences I've had at Community Day.
And then what about the builder? I know you're always workshopping new builds. You said you were cooking up 15 builds.
Yeah.
Which one stood out to you the most? What do you think you're gonna start with?
I'm definitely starting with like a 6'9" shooting center build, and then I'm gonna have like my big boy Shaq, 7'1", just 280 pound drop stepping beast.
Nice.
It's just how realistic this game looks. Like, I was just in awe, especially when I saw the WNBA. I was very impressed. And just the gameplay, like, it feels so real.
This year, I like that when you shoot a green, that it automatically pops up now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In making the builds, is there one that stands out to you? Like, I'm gonna start with this.
A 6'3" point guard. You can dunk, ball handle, you got defense. It's like an all-around guard, nice guard build.
Okay, I'm gonna be on the lookout for that, 'cause I'm thinking about doing something similar.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to hop into the builder. So I was in the builder for a minute, just testing out, seeing like the new badges. There's so many different new badges and different attributes and levels and things like that.
You checked out the My Team Triple Threat Park. What did you think about that? Rivet City's back?
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I think that's gonna be really popular this year.
Okay.
What I've seen from 2K25 is just there's a level of fluidity that wasn't there in 24. Left stick dribbling, in my opinion, this year is going to come back in a big way.
Yeah.
But more importantly, the way you can tie combos together from canceling a lot of those step-back jumpers, comboing into different dribble moves, the go-to shots, one of my favorite new mechanics. People will be really good when they put the time in my opinion.
You came all the way from the Philippines to Springfield, Massachusetts, here at the Basketball Hall of Fame. What's been your impression of this?
It was overwhelming. Coming from the Philippines, this isn't something that I thought that was possible, so seeing a lot of basketball history, as a huge basketball fan, has been great. And just tying the whole experience together, it's a great game, and it goes as deep as you want it to, so I'm looking forward to just helping a lot of people out and then showcasing what the game can do.
The My Team, like the 3v3 My Team, like at the park, I mean, that's kind of awesome.
I've really enjoyed playing now this time around. I'm playing with a bunch of different teams. using Bronny, using LeBron, and that's been really fun. Nice. But one of the biggest things for me is going straight into the WNBA play now.
Yeah.
It's been pretty neat.
I think people are going to be blown away by this game. That's number one. I mean, when you get your hands on it, it feels smooth. I went to the builder. I'm not finished yet, but I promise you, I'm coming out with the most dominant big man there is. You know what I mean? I mean, what I plan on doing is barbecue chicken alert every time I come down.
I think they should put some of these 2K creators in the Hall of Fame with as long as some of these guys have been doing it.
Yeah. All right, it's time for some 2K TV Interactive. We got Jairus here who's going to try to answer this one. We're at the Basketball Hall of Fame, so I'm going to ask him, what year did Dr. James Naismith invent the beautiful game of basketball? 1761, 1841, 1891, or 1931?
I think we're going to go with, what was it, 1891?
Correct. You just got 200 BC. If you answer this at home, you also got 200 BC. Thanks. Good answer.
BC Rich.
Last week, gameplay director Mike Wayne talked to us about the biggest changes to NBA 2K25.
There's so much to cover, and he's back with more, and we're jumping right back in.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
What does rhythm shooting add to scoring this year?
Probably one of my favorites for the year. So what it allows you to do is basically mimic a player's shot. Like last year, you could just release the stick to do regular pro stick shooting. But with rhythm shooting, what you can do, hold down the pro stick, and then as he gets to the set point, you want to push the stick forward to match the rhythm of a shot. Like Jokic has a pretty deliberate shot, even Tatum, more of a smooth motion, right? So those you're going to pull down and kind of smoothly move it up to match their shooting motion. And then there's players who got really quick shots, like Kobe White. He's got a kind of a flick catapult shot, and for him, you're going to like go down and flick it more up. It's a completely optional thing to do, but if you do use rhythm shooting and you kind of master your players' timing, you know, their tempo and their release, then you'll have a huge advantage over players who don't use it.
I was so set on not removing my meter in years past, but last year I finally was dedicated to shooting without a meter, and I saw that boost, and I really loved it. So do you think it will be advantageous for people to get this new system down?
It absolutely will be. So what we're seeing in-house internally is everyone who's, you know, taken the time to learn it and practice with it, they've all kind of jumped their ceiling up a level. It's challenging if you're playing in, you know, a team control mode, like Play Now or quick games where you need to learn like 5, 7, 8 guys shots.
Sure. Yeah.
But again, it's rewarding there too, right? So if you're a My Team player or you're someone who wants to play Now online, and if you get really good at learning all of your players, you take that time, then you should be rewarded, right?
So there's a lot of new offense, which I'm personally looking forward to. But let's talk about defense, because I have committed myself to the defensive end too. So what are some of the new defensive tools that defenders have at their disposal in NBA 2K25?
That's awesome to hear, first of all, that you're playing some defense now. But yeah, defensive upgrades are so important, and it's critical to balancing the game. One of the new features that we've brought onto the game this year is called the defensive cutoff move. So if you're holding the intense defense trigger, you can use the right stick to do cutoffs. And basically, it's just like sliding explosively to the side. And the idea here was to kind of match the dribbler. So the dribbler for years has had these escape moves, right? That you can really explosively go sideways or, you know, step back and create space. So this kind of closes the gap for the defenders who can anticipate well and kind of match the ball handler. They can cut him off, and then you're going to see obvious defensive wins, like the dribbler is going to lose the ball or fumble it. And yeah, so you got to play on both ends of the court.
I know a big one that fans have been curious about is how the shot contest system works in 2K25. So talk about some of the improvements to that system.
Yeah, so without going into like crazy detail, we worked a lot of stuff here because I think what the main complaint is that sometimes you would see something on screen and you'd see a number in the coverage, you know, the coverage data that came out that wasn't necessarily one-to-one with what you expected. So we just went back to the drawing board, and one of the main changes we did here was to make sure that whether you are there at the start of the shot or there at the release of the shot, it would matter. So to make a long story short, what happened to a lot of people is they would be not there when you're starting the shot, and then do a late closeout, and then they might get, rewarded way too much or way too little, and there's all these things that would compete for like what is the actual score. So we took away the coverage numbers, so it's basically just like, are you lightly pressured, or is it more like the NBA classifies it as are you tight or very tight? And so that's not how basically you gauge how good you are in position and how well you can test the shot when it actually goes up.
Mike, one of my favorite things about last year's game was that you guys really expanded the mid-range game, which gave the inside game its love. Now you have the mid-range to operate in, break zones, for example, out there in 5v5 gameplay, and also, the three-point shooting. Sure. How have you guys continued to expand on really opening up the offensive floor for everybody out there?
Yeah, I think so. This has been a huge point of emphasis for us from the design side from day one. Really, it was all about let's give every build its love. We want you to be able to pick any build you want, whether it's a glass cleaner, lockdown defender, spot up shooter, three-point hunter. Everyone should have an arsenal, and so it was a conscious effort for us to make sure that all the layups, floaters, everything was useful. Everything had a risk-reward to it. Like I said, mid-range game, one of my favorites.
Me too. We're old school though.
Yeah, we're
not about this three-point shooting, coming down, shooting 23s.
I mean, I'm a Bulls fan, and we're still playing like the 90s teams, shooting from mid-range, no threes, so you can do that in 2K.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, once again for joining us on 2K TV.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here again.
Back and better than ever, Street Ball.
Play against a number of bosses at 3 different parks in the city. There's the Sideline, the Temple, and the Dunes. This year, you can start at any of the 3 parks. Once you defeat a boss, you can now have them as your teammate for the rest of your games at that park.
And new to NBA 2K25, you can play Street Ball games with your friends. The co-op challenge features a 6-game series against some of the top bosses.
Street Ball games are a fun and effective way to boost your MyPlayer's attributes and overall rating. You can earn VC and Season XP by completing weekly quests, plus additional VC for knocking out objectives and defeating the guest challenger.
You'll earn unique apparel items after defeating all the bosses at each park, so you can proudly show off your accomplishment as the king of Street Ball.
During each game, you'll see and hear young Wayne calling all the action. Go make him proud.
And after all, it is Street Ball. Put on a show and shut it down. And now we are back with the principal producer for NBA 2K25's My Team, John Smith. Welcome back to 2K TV.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Alexis. Let's talk about My Team.
All right, let's dive deeper into the My Team mode because we have a lot of new experiences out there for the players.
We do. We got Breakout, brand new single-player experience. This is one of my favorite things that we got in this year. It's a game board. You start at the center and you choose your games as you try to break out of Breakout City to earn rewards at the edge. Along the way, you'll be playing against era teams, random teams, all-time teams, everything in between. Triple threat, clutch time, full lineup games, everything with about 5 minutes long. It is such a fun experience, and there's a lot of secrets there too that we're not talking about yet.
Let's talk about some secrets.
No,
what else
I don't
can
want
you
to talk
share?
about the secrets. I'm not sharing no secrets. So competitive has also got an update. The evolution of Unlimited is now Showdown. It's all about the wins. It's all about getting better and rising up the tiers and getting amazing weekly prizes.
But in Showdown, you can also have some losses as well, right?
Oh yeah, it's okay if you lose. There's checkpoints to prevent you from going down too far, and you'll never go down below a tier during a season. When a new season starts, some of the higher tiers, they will go back, and you'll have to work your way up a little bit, but you gotta keep things interesting somehow, right? My favorite part about Showdown, though, is that we're really highlighting the best of the best in my team. The leaderboard in Showdown only counts games that are against Tier 1 versus Tier 1 players. So if you show up on that leaderboard, you know that you're the best.
We know from the My Team community that competition is really important to them.
It really is, and we're excited with all the changes that we did with Showdown and with King of the Court that the most competitive My Team players will be rewarded the best and will truly be the best in my team.
So how does King of the Court work? How are we measuring the best players in the world?
Well, so you have to qualify first. You can either do it through Showdown or through Triple Threat Park. You can also rep up and level up your My Team rep, and you'll just have automatic qualification every single week. But the way it works is every weekend, there's a set period of time, and everyone goes in there and competes. Wins get you game score, you rise up the leaderboard, and you get prized based on being in the top 50%, the top 10%, the top 1%, or of course, being the winner, #1 overall for that event. It's the best prizing available in all of My Team, including 1 million VC for being the best of the weekend.
That's definitely super exciting, and I know that I've heard some other exciting news that the auction house is back.
Yes, the auction house is back in My Team. It was the most requested feature from the community this year, and we're excited to see everyone make use of it, find that extra piece for an exchange, improve their lineup, earn more MTP by selling off cards that they don't need.
And I like some of the changes that you've made to it. The more My Team rep you earn, the more you can do in the auction house. So expand on that a little bit.
With My Team rep, some of the rewards that you can get is increasing how many cards you can put into your My Auctions menu. This lets you hold on to more cards, sell them when you feel it's the best time of the day to sell them, or if you're holding on for the exchange, it basically opens you up to be able to do more with the auction house outside of games and everything else to do in My Team.
What else can you earn with My Team rep?
A lot of things that we've had in previous games, the special basketballs, including the Fireball, the MT Coliseum. We talked about having automatic qualification in the King of the Court. Everything from customization, exclusives, and even diamond shoes. There's a lot in My Team rep.
One of the biggest changes that I've noticed to shoes is you can now apply takeovers to them. Let's talk a little bit about the new takeover system when customizing shoes.
When you get a shoe card, it comes with the default takeover, just as every player does in My Team. You get your hands on a takeover card, you apply it to the shoe, you apply the shoe to the player, and now that player has whatever that takeover is. So you can apply your favorite takeovers to your favorite NBA players in My Team.
Yeah, that's big, and it's going to be good for the competitive community because more customization options are always great in My Team when you're building the best team of all time, right, John?
You got to know what your players are going to do, and you got to know how they're going to behave when they're getting hot, too.
Another thing I really love about the cards beyond takeover is the perfect green release animations. I love this stuff.
For the first time in My Team, you can now unlock and customize your perfect release animations. Your player indicators will have exclusive rewards for these as well. It's been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to have those be a part of My Team now.
Okay, John, is there anything else you want to talk to us about in My Team and NBA 2K25?
There's really something for everyone this year. Competitive, casual. We even ask you right when you start off in My Team, what's your experience level? You can either go through tutorials, get some exclusive cards through that, or we can get out of your way and you can get started knowing exactly what you want to do in this year's My Team.
Thanks, John, and we look forward to having you back throughout the season on NBA 2K TV.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was fun.
We'll see you out there in the My Team courts. Next week, we have your first top plays of NBA 2K25. We've been watching these. We see you out there.
So share them and get a chance at some VC. Send your plays over X or Instagram using the hashtag 2KTVWow.
And join us next week as the chosen plays go head-to-head for your vote.
And until then, enjoy the game.
this is Spillboy, and you're now watching NBA 2K TV.
We are back with another episode of NBA 2K TV.
And your first top plays of the season.
That is right. Top plays are back, and we've made things a little bit more intense this season. Instead of 4 plays a week, it's a head-to-head vote for the top play of the week.
So let's get to it. Here are your top 2 plays of 2K25 so far. Which is best? You decide.
Hello, everyone! I'm Scott Moak, your public address announcer for the Sacramento Kings. And it's time for Top Plays. Now, in Season 11 of 2K TV, we're turning top plays on its head by making it a head-to-head competition. Here are your 2 finalists for Top Play of the Week. Your first option of NBA 2K25, sent in by Op James 2K in the rec. Runs out on transition, collects the ball, and immediately sends up the alley-oop. Pass first, ask questions later. Quick thinking in Season 1, but is it enough to get it done? Let's check out Profit 2X in the Pro-Am on the verge of a game winner. Here comes the first double lob sent in from 2K25, calling their shot as a possible Top Player of the Year winner.
No, that's Tip of the Year, bro.
Your first vote is now. Select your 2K TV Top Play of the Week. Send in your best plays with the hashtag 2KTVWow because we're always on the lookout. This was fun. Let's do it again next week.
If you're like me, you're making a lot of My Player builds, and in NBA 2K25, we can always use some good advice. Joining us today is Spillboy 2K, who's been labbing it up out there and finding the right methods to the madness. Spill, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Honestly, a pleasure to be on 2K TV. Like, this is a pretty epic experience. Just want to say thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you on the show today. So let's get right into it. Let's talk the My Player Builder. What is your favorite thing about the builder thus far in NBA 2K25?
Honestly, there's so many new features with the builder this year in terms of cap breakers and the max plus ones. Like, I feel like there's so many ways to make super unique builds and different ways to craft it for your playstyle. I think it's really cool.
Now, we're a couple of weeks into NBA 2K25, so let's start out with advice for new players looking to make a build. What advice would you give new players?
One of my favorite things to do when making any build, when it comes to centers or any build, is to check the attribute weights for each height. So each height has their own specific, unique attribute weighting, so you can get a lot of pass accuracy on taller builds, 6'9" and up, because it's so much cheaper than a lot of the other builds. Also, like 6'8" and 6'9", the driving dunk is a lot cheaper than it is on all the other build heights. So if you want to make a dunking build, a 6'8" or a 6'9" is a good height to start with. When it comes to guards this year, I think the small guards have so many attributes to work with. So if you're making a guard that's like 6'4", for shorter, 6'3", 6'2", those are all good short guard heights. You know, going 6'5" and up, you have a little less attributes when it comes to making a more well-rounded build. When you're making a guard, I think 6'4" and below is probably a good place to start.
Let's talk about your favorite build that you've made so far. You mentioned that you made a 6'5" sharpshooter. As a fellow 6'5", well, self-proclaimed sharpshooter, I really like shooting the three. So talk about your build.
So this is my 6'5" shooting guard build. I went with a 6'7" wingspan. This is going to get me the 96 three-point shot. And basically, this is like just a super well-rounded 6'5". I know it's saying for guards, you might want to go shorter to get more attributes, and that's definitely true. But I wanted to go 6'5" to get the different wing jumpers and the different wing animations that come with it. I like to have the dunk, right? So I went with an 85. This is going to give me elite alley-oops. Standing dunk is always good to have. Generally costs nothing on these shorter builds. So I like to go with 45 to get some basic standing dunk packages. Next, I went with a 93 three-point, right? This is going to get you the gold limitless range, which I intend on using 3 cap breakers here, which is going to get me to Hall of Fame, and then max plus 1 that to legend. So this build is really going to have Legend Limitless range at its full potential. So that's what I'm most excited about as soon as I hit Starter 3 and get those cap breakers. 71 pass accuracy for Silver Dimer. I will say, out of all the attributes on this build, this is maybe the only thing I'd like to have just a little bit higher. But with the 86 ball handle, though, like, you're going to get some great sigs. You're going to be able to move. 75 speed with ball, you get the good dribble styles. Like, Zach LaVine is the one I'm using now that's working really well for me. I happen to put a good amount of defense on here. So I got Silver on ball menace. I got, 91 steal for Gold Glove, but I put the 92 on there because with a 92 steal, I'm going to put the other 2 cap breakers there to get Hall of Fame interceptor. So I really made this build. I designed it with cap breakers in mind. I never like to slack on the physicals. So 85 speed, 80 agility, even have some strength on the sharpshooter build. So, it's very well-rounded overall. And honestly, this is definitely my favorite build so far.
Now, you mentioned something about cap breakers. Talk about the importance of what cap breakers are and how to keep those in mind when maybe making a new build once you hit Rebirth, for example.
Yeah, so cap breakers this year is going to be a real game changer for a lot of builds if you make them with cap breakers in mind. So just as an example here, right? I have 5 cap breakers, right? I'm at a 93 mid-range. Do you see how much the overall goes up when I just put 5 more into my mid-range and the 3-point goes up with it? Like, that's 9 overall points right there, right? But instead, I'll go down to a 93. I'll get my Hall of Fame set shot specialist. I get my gold Deadeye. If I plan for those cap breakers, like, that's 9 overall points that I'm saving. You can get a lot of value out of your builds if you plan on using your cap breakers when you hit Starter 3.
And you mentioned badges. How important is it to either spread out those badges or focus on one or a few?
I actually made a very well-rounded build here. Let me bring this one up.
Okay.
He's prepared for everything.
Yeah, so with this year in 2K25, it's going to be tough to get a lot of Hall of Fame and Legend badges on your build at one time. So that's why I say, like, target maybe a Hall of Fame badge or a gold badge that you want to use your max +1 on. As you can see, almost everything's 85, speed, agility, strength. But I don't have many Hall of Fame badges. I got a few golds in there, but I don't have many Hall of Fames. I don't have any legends. That's why these max +1s and the badge elevators and everything that you get this year with the new badge perks are so important, because you can make a build with lower attributes and still get those high-end badge levels.
And of course, as fans progress in the season pass at level 40, you can get badge elevators. How important are those to making a build?
So badge elevators are almost like your floor setters from last year. And typically you want to put them on like your best badges first, I think. That way you can get out there and have some fun with the best badge levels possible right off the rip.
And in NBA 2K25, new this year, when you rebirth, you will actually rebirth at the same overall as your highest build. So when should a player rebirth a build? What level do you think is appropriate for that?
I don't like grinding from 90 overall, so I think that's an exceptional feature that they added this year. I'm very happy they did that, and I've been grinding my build out. I got him to a 95 right now, and I think honestly a 95 is a good bet to rebirth your next player, because you can almost get everything on that build. You can progress everything almost to its max level.
Do you have any general tips for people who are making builds in the My Player Builder?
Yeah, so I think if you're a new player, you probably want to try like small forward or power forward position. It's a little low pressure, but you're still asked to do a good amount for the team. Like rebound, you're going to be asked to box out, hit your open shots, play some good defense. And it's a little low pressure as opposed to a point guard or center.
Chris wants me to be a center for our Team 2K TV, but you're saying that I should be a small forward or...
Bigs are generally a little bit easier to play. I would say power forward maybe for you. I think that's a good bet.
I could see you running as a defending power forward.
Defensive slot.
Plus, as you probably know, Spill, all the point guards get yelled at by their teammates. You've done it. Don't lie to yourself.
It gets bad out there sometimes. I get frustrated, but hey, that's how the game goes. You take the good with the bad, but...
Last thing for you, rhythm shooting or button shooting?
I like rhythm shooting. I'm a rhythm shooting guy. I've been converted. I use both, though. I think tight windows, you shoot with the button, open shots, shoot with rhythm shooting, and you'll be good. You might see your percentages skyrocket.
Those tips were awesome. It was really cool to see your builds. I hope everyone out there was listening and learning just like we were. Thank you so much, Spill, for coming on 2K TV with us today. We hope that you are enjoying 2K25, and we can't wait to see you out there.
I'm loving it. Thank you guys so much for having me. Peace.
And for more on Rebirth, check out this fast break. The perfect build for NBA 2K25 can be an adventure, and you might change your mind about what you want once you're on the court.
Luckily, the Rebirth quest gives you the chance to jumpstart new builds. Go find Ronnie2K in the city, and the quest will be automatically completed when you reach a 90 overall rating.
All new builds from that point have the option to start at 90 overall or higher as you reach those levels. And with that new build, all of your badges will start off at silver, giving you an edge in testing out the perfect player going forward.
Need more defense? Not fast enough? Rebirth is an awesome way to make minor tweaks to a build you do like, or go a completely different direction and make a completely new player. Find what works for you and become a more effective player quicker than ever.
Enjoy that builder, go out there, get reborn, and find that unstoppable build in NBA 2K25.
Hey there, I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K. Today we have another installment of Expert Tips, and we're focusing on some new badges for NBA 2K25. First off, you've probably noticed the newest badge tier in the game. Legendary badges are a step above Hall of Fame, and will work wonders for your MyPlayer. You'll need a 98 or 99 overall to reach this tier, but trust me, it's worth it. If you're an outside shooter, there are two badges I'd recommend trying to get as high as possible. If you're a corner sitter or like to work off ball getting open for catch and shoot shots, you'll definitely want Set Shot Specialist. But if you're more of a shot creator and like to work off the dribble, shooting pull-ups, step backs, or the new signature go-to shots, try and level up Shifty Shooter. For athletic shot blockers, High Flying Denier is a great badge for you. This new badge is a revamp of Chase Down Artist, and it raises the chances of getting blocks when you're chasing down layups or dunks or coming from the weak side to challenge shots. Paint Patroller is a must-have for any big who wants to lock down the paint, as it will help you send away weak shots at the rim and also give you a big boost to defending contact shots in the paint. But maybe your strong suit is dishing the rock. If that's the case, Versatile Visionary is calling your name. This boosts the chances of successfully making high-risk passes, creative dimes, and alley-oop lobs. This will turn the good passers into great passers, and the great passers into phenomenal passers. What about the players that want to bring Kyrie Irving to my career? Well, you can bring flashes of him with the new Layup Mixmaster badge. This will allow you to make advanced layups at a high rate. Think of it as 2K24's Acrobat, Scooper, Bunny, Spin Cycle, and Two-Step badges all rolled up into one. With so many new badges in NBA 2K25, it's important to find the ones that contribute most to your style of play. So get out there and get some wins.
How's your shooting going out there? If you're like me, you could probably use some pointers.
Well, don't fret, because Mike Wang will be back next week with more tips straight from the expert on shooting.
We could all use them, Alexis. We could all use them. So check back here Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific for those tips.
Until then, enjoy the game.
What's good, everybody? This is Spillboy, and you're now watching NBA 2K TV.
We are back with another episode of NBA 2K TV.
And your first top plays of the season.
That is right. Top plays are back, and we've made things a little bit more intense this season. Instead of 4 plays a week, it's a head-to-head vote for the top play of the week.
So let's get to it. Here are your top 2 plays of 2K25 so far. Which is best? You decide.
Hello, everyone! I'm Scott Moak, your public address announcer for the Sacramento Kings. And it's time for Top Plays. Now, in Season 11 of 2K TV, we're turning Top Plays on its head by making it a head-to-head competition. Here are your 2 finalists for Top Play of the Week. Your first option of NBA 2K25, sent in by Op James 2K in the Rec. Runs out on transition, collects the ball, and immediately sends up the alley-oop. Pass first, ask questions later. Quick thinking in Season 1, but is it enough to get it done? Let's check out Profit 2X in the Pro-Am on the verge of a game winner. Here comes the first double lob sent in from 2K25, calling their shot as a possible Top Player of the Year winner.
Nah, that's Tip of the Year, bro.
Your first vote is now. Select your 2KTV Top Play of the Week. Send in your best plays with the hashtag 2KTVWow because we're always on the lookout.
What's up, Isaiah?
Let's do it again next week.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Finish my haircut and shave. See